Elon Musk is backing out of the Twitter deal. This week, Elon Musk withdrew his $44 billion acquisition of Twitter by citing Twitter's ignorance to his several requests for information about spam accounts on the social media site. But backing out of a billion-dollar deal isn't straightforward. In this video, we will tell you all the details about Elon backing out of Twitter. The entire transaction has been a wild and unusual event, mostly taking place on Twitter's own social network. This happened back in April 2022, when Elon Musk moved from being merely a prolific user to disclosing a sizable position in Twitter and then launching a takeover attempt without a clear funding strategy. Everything happened rather quickly because Musk declined the chance to look at Twitter's finances beyond what was already public knowledge. How it started. On April 4, Musk became the largest stakeholder of Twitter with a 9.2% interest, filing to the US Securities and Exchange Commission that he had acquired about $3 billion in Twitter shares. This caused such a frenzy among the enthusiasts that Twitter's board offered Musk to join them officially. Musk denied the nomination and instead offered to acquire the business altogether and take it private, which caused Twitter to hastily rescind its announcement. Elon Musk put forward a bid of $44 billion at $54.20 per share, which was 38% more than Twitter's close on April 1st. At first, Twitter's board didn't find Musk's offer to be a good one, and in a panic decided to enact a poison pill policy that would permit current shareholders to purchase shares at a significant discount in order to dilute new investors' holdings and prevent the sale. However, a few weeks later on April 25th, negotiations between Elon Musk and the Twitter board seemed to change that, and eventually a contract was agreed. Despite the fact that it was authorized by Twitter's board of directors by a unanimous vote, the $44 billion acquisition was obviously going to take time as it needed shareholder and regulatory approval, which was planned to complete by late 2022. Second thoughts. Shortly after the verbal agreement to purchase Twitter, Musk started to change his mind as Twitter struggled to sell ads and implemented a hiring freeze, while seeing its shares battered by a wider market collapse. Musk cited in a letter that Twitter misrepresented user data, which will likely lead to a protracted legal battle. The letter further claims that Musk and his team requested additional information about bots from Twitter, but were not given enough to fully address their concerns. The information was provided with conditions, use restrictions, or other artificial formatting elements, which made it only somewhat usable. These are the reasons why Musk thinks the percentage of spam bots is much higher than 5%. However, Twitter executives reiterated in a press briefing that their figures are correct, refuting Musk's claims that spam bots account for fewer than 5% of all users. The allegations. Musk further asserted that Twitter had not conducted its regular business as usual. The San Francisco-based business implemented a hiring freeze, let go of key executives, and had other significant departures. Musk wrote in the letter that it was a material breach of the merger agreement because the company has not received authorization for changes in the operation of its business, including for the precise modifications stated above. This withdrawal is a major turning point in a half-year story that started with Musk amassing an ownership position, setting up an intricate financing scheme, and then concluding a deal in April. After months of ups and downs, Musk's termination letter further damaged Twitter's shares and raised concerns about the company's future. After ending Friday 8th July at $36.81 in New York, Twitter stock fell almost 7% on the news of the letter. Overall, the Twitter stock has lost 15% this year and is still far from the $54.20 Musk pledged as part of his acquisition bid. Moreover, after the letter became public, the company advised its employees to avoid discussing the acquisition on Twitter because it is currently regarded as a pending legal matter. Billion-dollar clause. Because of a clause in Musk's agreement with Twitter which stated that under certain conditions, the party breaching the contract would be required to pay a termination fee of $1 billion. Legal experts have disagreed on whether the dispute over spam bots is sufficient for Musk to withdraw from the agreement. Some experts think that Musk might not be allowed to leave his position by only paying the termination fee as according to the initial filing. The merger agreement contains a particular performance clause that enables Twitter to compel Musk to complete the transaction. Should all of this end up in court, Twitter might instead obtain an order compelling Musk to finish the merger and buy Twitter at the agreed price. Elon Musk's attorneys have also informed the US Securities and Exchange Commission that he wants to pull out of the acquisition of Twitter. The main point of contention for Musk in recent weeks has been the information and techniques used to calculate the number of spam accounts. According to Musk's legal team, by choosing not to review this information prior to signing the merger agreement, he did not give up his right to inspect it. The attorneys further asserted that, in contrast to Twitter's disclosures in its financial reports, Musk's preliminary investigation shows that the proportion of fake accounts is wildly higher than 5%. Twitter has consistently said in its quarterly financial reports that it estimates no more than 5% of user accounts are fraudulent or automated. and the business insisted that it had fulfilled its commitments under the terms of the acquisition agreement as soon as Musk started warning about the prevalence of bots on Twitter. Twitter's response: with everything happening, Twitter has reacted really fast and has announced its intention to file a lawsuit against the world's richest man, Elon Musk. The Twitter board seems dedicated to completing the merger at the price and conditions negotiated with Musk almost 3 months ago, and intends to take legal action to make sure that the merger agreement is upheld. If Twitter is successful in pleading their case and convince a judge to order Musk to proceed with the acquisition, the April 25th Twitter bid might rank among the largest leveraged buyouts in history, as in addition to a $21 billion equity commitment from the 50-year-old billionaire himself, Musk's initial offer from lenders like Morgan Stanley contained $25.5 billion in debt and margin loan funding. In addition, he also took out a $6.25 billion margin debt against his Tesla stock, despite his efforts to replace it with preferred equity investors. All in all, the next few months are going to be very draining for everyone involved. That is it from today's video. We hope you enjoyed the content of the video. If you did, show some love and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you never miss out on any of the amazing videos we have in store for you.